news? Because I know are you from the official news or you're just
just
a friendly neighbor?
Just see what's happening. Neighbor, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I'm not the news guy. These are the official news guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to.
I'm just here to see, what's going on, to understand what's going on, see what can be done. That's basically it, and kind of, see what people think about what's happening in the Middle East and in Israel specifically, and Gaza and West Bank and Jordan and Egypt. It's a mess.
It's a mess. I think, people here, I'm a grandma, so I don't really speak for everybody. I speak for peacekeeping because that's what I do.
Peacekeeping.
Please stay away from the police.
You mean...
Don't say anybody mean to anybody.
But we'll have our opinions.
Children are there.
No, I know, it's important.
We have to be very careful.
Yeah, but listen, we have plenty of police over here, so we're in good hands. NYPD is the best.
Absolutely. They're going to be...
Do you have relatives in the Middle East?
I do.
You do? In Israel? Huh?
Do you?
I do, yeah. My wife does, primarily.
Where?
Mostly in Ashdod. And where do your relatives live?
My relatives live in Yerushalayim.
Yerushalayim, okay.
Yeah.
So how would you resolve this? I mean, it's...
Well, look, I'm from the old ancient school.
Okay.
And I'm a shrink by profession. I teach in the School of Social Work at Hunter College. So I have a weird idea. But to me, every bomb that falls on the head of a child is making me and my grandchildren an enemy. And for my grandchildren, I need them to not have enemies. I need them to have peace and safety. And so for me...
That's what shalom means.
Right. I need those grandchildren to have peace and safety. So for me, I don't live there, but people who live there also agree, hostage families also agree. The best thing for us now is a ceasefire. If they think Hamas is waiting under the ground for them to find themselves, they're crazy. Hamas has left the civilians there to suffer. And they're doing whatever they're doing what they do.
You mean Hamas?
Hamas.
Okay.
The leadership. They're doing what they're doing. They got friends in Qatar, they have friends here, they have friends there, they got plenty of money. So
billionaires, I learned recently, I was shocked to learn that the two leaders, Diab, I forgot their names, they're not millionaires, billionaires with a B, and the people of Gaza suffer. I mean, seriously?
I'm so not surprised.
I am surprised. I was shocked.
No, I'm not surprised because I spent a lot of time. I do international work on peace and justice, social work, and this was what was going on. ISIS in Afghanistan was supported only by billionaires and millionaires. The people do not have those ideas at all when you sat down with them.
So what do you do about it? I mean, that's the biggest question.
To me, the first thing
you're Jewish, obviously.
Yeah.
So, we as Jews, what do we do about it?
To me, we don't fall in the trap. We have a ceasefire immediately. We say all for all, we get those hostages back.
But why did hostage situation happen in the first place? I mean, aren't our priorities kind of misplaced? Shouldn't we kind of blame Hamas first for starting this whole thing?
I'm not talking about who I'm blaming. I'm talking real politics.
Okay, but if you do the ceasefire, we had a few-day ceasefire.
But I'm telling you, we can't get these billionaires. If you think we're going to, let's say we wipe out, we do a reenactment of Warsaw Ghetto, and we kill everybody, and we wipe it out and we get to the skin. Do you think down underneath is we're going to find Hamas leadership, those billionaires? Those bastards are gone from there, right? Most likely. This is what they were saying in an article, by the way, in Haaretz, day before yesterday's editorial. Don't go along with it. First of all, immediate ceasefire. Let the humanitarian aid come in. You can prosecute. You can be looking for Hamas. You know how they did with Munich?
Yeah, of course,
you can
right.
look for these people for a long time. The next thing you try to do is you try to get some kind of international negotiation, and part of the all-for-all hostage thing, exchange, is you get some leaders that are not these lunatics who Palestinians could vote for, let them vote for.
But you know how Hamas came to power, right?
Yes,
in the first place.
In the election. But
exactly.
I also know how they bought that election, and I also know that the PLO was not such angels either. And there are other movements. There are
But
other
it's not-
movements. My family members tell me they're in one of them. There's a few in another.
But it looks like it's not up to us to decide. I mean, you
not
use
up
the
to
word election. So yeah, the Hamas was actually.
So it's not for me to decide anything
No, but-
except that my tax dollars should not go on a strategy that I think was designed by Trump and the right-wing nationalists who want to kill Jews. I think that this strategy was designed by people who want me and my grandchildren dead. I don't want to be the right-wing scapegoat.
So you think this is the right-wing Americans' fault of for what?
Billions of dollars. That I think they were setting it up. Netanyahu wouldn't talk to John Kerry when he was trying to make negotiations. He would only talk to look who's funding AIPAC. I think this was a table set by Trump and his people. I think we don't play into it as Jews. Why should we be their victims? And that's how I feel. I feel they want to kill. These people want to kill my grandchildren, my personal grandchildren.
You mean Trump and his clique? I see.
They want to kill my personal grandchildren personally in Yerushalayim today.
I see. Okay.
And I love those grandchildren, like I'm sure you love your children.
Of course, absolutely. Yes.
And the terror continues.
All right.
So, but I'm
let's see
sure
what they have
many
to
other
say.
people have other
Sure.
opinions.
Right.
Dan
If you can ask questions, because somebody came up to me and said, "Oh, you can't ask." Somebody complained. You ask questions. It's like, why can I ask questions in this public space? That was a little bit surprising, to say the least. And it looks like somebody in your group standing over there pointing out to me. It's like, these guys asking about provocative questions or
What
something.
they said is he was challenging the parent that they shouldn't bring their child.
No, this
So
not.
then I
No,
said,
this not.
"Why? To see you weren't doing any
No,
such thing.
of
Making
course
nice
not.
conversation with people.
Of course,
With your own family
of
you're
course.
concerned about,
The
like you
question
said.
that I asked them, there's a child holding a sign, queer parents for Palestine. Since I have kids, I was like, isn't it a little too early, to bring queer?
I have kids too, but there's in this neighborhood. You live in this neighborhood?
No, I live in Staten Island.
In this neighborhood, we have a lot of queer parents. They're trans, they're this, they're that, and they send their children to the daycare center. So they tell their children that they're queer parents, and their children grow up. They go to the daycare center with the queer parents.
They can decide at some point. I just, don't understand. I mean, sexuality, queer is sexuality. At this age, they have no idea what it's all about. So why even
Well,
bring
then
it
they
up?
have- because if they have two papas or two mamas,
Okay, but
and they go to the queer daycare center, then that's what's going on.
but this seems like to be a man and a woman, at least, as far as I could. But another kind of, well, of course, I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but queer and Palestine is such an oxymoron. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Even in Russia, the place I came originally from, they outlawed just now, a few days ago, LGBTQ plus whatever, that is, minus.
Another
Can you imagine that?
another great, wonderful place that wants our children dead, our grandchildren dead.
Well, Russia?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Horrible
But
place.
who's the great friend of Trump?
No, that's not true. No, but getting queer and Palestine. I mean, how can you even put these two together? I don't understand. You should either leave out queer or leave out Palestine. But queer parents for Palestine, the minute you step into Gaza, they'll be hanged as a queer.
Doesn't matter, because that's not what they're about. My granddaughter was going on something, and she was very happy. She unfurled about queers for Black Lives Matter. Did the Black Lives Matter be queer? Did they want queer? But they voted as queer people to say they're for Black Lives. It's going around.
Okay, fine, but yeah, but queer and Black lives, that's fine. But queer and Palestine or queer and Russia these days, they're totally incompatible. Okay, anyway, it's nice talking to you. It's too loud now. What's your name? Martha and Vladimir. Yeah, nice talking to you. Okay, pleasure. I'll see you around. See ya.